All right, my brother, what's happening, man? You next. Talk to me. Peace and black power.
All right, peace and black power. What's good, Saab? What's good, Ali? How y'all?
Where you calling from?
This Psychopathiest calling from Newark, New Jersey, Brick City. Scream at me. What's going on, everybody?
Brick in the building, man. What's happening, Brick?
What's good, though? Yeah, I just wanted to...
How old are you, brother?
I'm a 70s baby, so I'm a little bit familiar with the subject of Ali, and plus I'm a huge boxing fan.
No, I'm saying, you might know my nephew. He out there in the Brick, Brick City.
Oh, okay, that's what's up.
Prophet the God.
Oh, okay, not off the top of my head, no.
Okay. What's up, my brother? Talk to me.
Yeah, I was glad y'all touched on a lot of things about Ali. Y'all didn't get too deep in his boxing career. I could tell y'all didn't know too much. I just want to help y'all out.
Help us out. Help us out, brother.
Yeah, he went through the motions, when he was young, growing up in Kentucky and everything. He experienced a lot of racism. And then, he went to Olympics and everything. He won gold medals. And he actually ended up throwing those gold medals away in the lake or whatever, because he found out that they didn't really mean anything. Because he found out that the country still looked at him as just being another nigger. You know what I'm saying? So that's when he started gravitating towards the teachings of Elijah Muhammad and Malcolm X and the Nation of Islam and everything. And his whole mindset started to change and getting out of that getting out of Christianity, so to speak. And he won the title. He beat Sonny Liston in 64. I think it was 64. He won the title in 64 and beat Sonny Liston. And then soon after, he changed his name. And that's when the country turned its back on him, because white people loved him before. Because, Muhammad Ali had his ups and downs, because the white people actually loved him when he was Cassius Clay. Mm-hmm. But then when he changed his name to Muhammad Ali, he started speaking out and started, they found out that he was following the teachings of Malcolm X, who was frowned upon amongst white society at the time. They turned their backs on him, and that's when they decided, well, this was popular back then. If they saw you as a problem, they just drafted you and just pretty much silenced you, got you out the public limelight, whatever the case may be, and that's what they tried to do to Ali. They actually did the same thing to Joe Louis at one point, but, they had him fighting exhibition fights his entire time. That was during World War II, though. This is Vietnam right here. They was trying to draft him, and then, we all know the story. Y'all touched on all that already. I don't want to, get an echo chamber going. But he missed 3 years and some change of his prime of his career. And, we didn't even really, a lot of people will argue you didn't even get to see the best of Ali because of that. These were prime years that he missed. And there's another thing that happened during the second Sonny Liston fight. This was shortly after Malcolm X got killed. After Malcolm X got killed, he fought Sonny Liston the second time, and that's when that's actually that popular image that you see where he's standing over Liston with his arm waving up like he's telling him to get up and everything else during that fight. Yeah, he was scared for his life. There was a lot of death threats on him at the time, because a lot of people thought that there was going to be retaliation with Malcolm X dying, and he was scared for his life, and they had like extra security and everything else and all that. So he was radical at a time where actually the whole country was becoming radical at the time, and but he was the face coming out the sports, out of all the athletes and everything. You had other radical athletes at the time like Jim Brown and Lou Alcindor, who changed his name to Kareem Abdul-Jabbar for people that don't know. But he was the face. He was the face of the radical militant movement coming from the athletes and everything. And yeah, and y'all touched on the Rumble in the Jungle. How didn't y'all know that was George Foreman? Come on, man, y'all playing.
You know what? It wasn't that I didn't know it was George Foreman. I remember it was George Foreman. I just didn't remember where it was, but I think it was in Zaire or something like that.
Yes, it was in Zaire, and actually that was the brainchild of Don King. It wasn't even it wasn't even Ali's idea. This was actually Don King's first major fight that he promoted. Was this fight right here. and he sold it to Ali because Ali wasn't even going. Ali people didn't want Ali to mess with Don King because he was a nobody at the time. But he pitched the whole Black Power move. You know, he pitched the whole Black Power points to him and everything else. And Ali went over. You know, his people didn't want to do it, but Ali was like, no, I want to do this. You know, like there's a black brother out here trying to do something, and I want to work with him. And you know, he sold him he pitched the whole Africa idea to him, and Ali loved it. And he signed off to it. And that fight right there actually made Don King's career.
Right.
Yeah.
But, well, what did he fight? Didn't he fight Joe Frazier right before that? He fought somebody right before that.
Yes, he fought Joe Frazier the second time right before Zaire. Right. He fought him the first time, that was in 71. Zaire was 74. He fought him the first time in 71. That was the fight in Madison Square Garden. That was just called The Fight. That was, at the time, that was like the fight of the century. Ali actually lost that fight. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he lost that fight. Got his jaw broke and everything. And then they fought the second time. That was supposed to have been for the belt, but Frazier had lost the belt to Foreman. Before that, Foreman kind of threw a monkey wrench and everything because they was actually setting up for another title shot between Ali and Frazier, and then Frazier took on Foreman. That was just supposed to have been a touch-up fight before the Ali fight, and Foreman ended up beating the brakes off of him, knocked him down like 9 times in 2 rounds. And then Ali ended up fighting Frazier again the second time before Zaire, and then they fought again after Zaire, which was the Thriller in Manila. That was the brawl down, yeah. Yeah. And Ali was the first person to win the title 3 times, and first heavyweight, I should say, to win the title 3 times, and he probably, after he won it the last time, the Leon Spinks, that's when he should have retired. He should have retired then. He fought about 2 or 3 more times after that he shouldn't have fought, and that kind of led, a lot of people feel like those fights are the main reasons why it led to his Parkinson's. I'm not too sure, but yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's Larry Holmes.
Yeah, Larry Holmes won those fights. Yeah, he should have never fought Larry Holmes. Larry Holmes didn't want to do that fight either. But there was a famous saying around the time when Larry Holmes had the belt, because Larry Holmes was actually a good boxer, but he lacked personality, and he didn't have the charisma as Ali. And I think Don King said it. Don King said people would rather pay to watch Muhammad Ali watch Larry Holmes fight than to watch a Larry Holmes fight.
Wow.
So yeah, because you know, I mean, when you come from some Larry Holmes just didn't have the charisma. He was a good boxer, just didn't have no charisma. When you coming from somebody like Muhammad Ali, who pretty much made it stylish to talk trash while you playing sports and everything else, you know, he popularized it. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, and then you go to Larry Holmes, who's kind of laid back and quiet and don't really like to talk to the media and everything. It was like it was kind of a downer. But yeah, that's all I wanted to say. I just wanted to touch y'all up on a little bit of the boxing stuff and everything, because, you know, I know y'all touched on the social issues. I just wanted to, you know, put some boxing information out there for everybody.
A question for you, bruh. This is a sidebar question. Where would you rate Muhammad Ali as far as skilled fighters, all skilled fighters of all time? Where would you rate him?
I feel like he's the one and only GOAT. He coined the term GOAT. He greatest of all times. He coined that, and I feel like anybody else that uses it after him is just playing with it, because he is the greatest of all times. I don't even think it's close. Like that's just my personal opinion. I could be biased. I mean, some people out there probably throw Sugar Ray Robinson out there. You got some millennials out here probably running around saying Floyd. But me personally, nobody do it better than Ali on all aspects.
Because I was looking online and just getting some comparisons from different people who were saying, you know, the greatest of all time, and they had a list of the top 10 skilled boxers, and Floyd Mayweather was like 8. I was like, damn, that's a bad comparison. I mean, I don't know. But I agree with them.
It got a lot to do with the era. A lot of people look at this as a weak era of boxing, and Floyd's just taking advantage of it being a weak era and not a lot of competition. So he's going to get knocks for that.
Right. Indeed.
All right. Thank you, my brother, for coming in. We appreciate you.
We needed that.
No doubt, sir.
All right, my brother.
Right.
Black Power.
Peace, y'all. Y'all be safe.
Yo, Dr. Ali, thank you for coming on tonight.